Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Ambitious Cam. This is Cam Survives. If you're new here, welcome, and I'm glad that you're here to join us today. This is a vlog channel. I talk about all kinds of things. I talk about living out of your car, living on a minimal lifestyle type of thing, working full-time, working part-time. I even talk about crypto and the stock market and finances a little bit. I'm no expert about it, with any of it. I simply live through it and learn from it and share it with you guys. And something that I wanted to talk about this episode was not knowing what comes next. And what I have to say to that is, it's okay. It's all right to not know what comes next. Sometimes we just take the next tiny weird step and keep going. That's been living in my head rent-free lately. It might have been 2 a.m. when I thought of it. It might have been one of those nights when sleep just didn't happen. So I wrote it down because something in me needed to believe it. You ever feel like everyone else got the manual, the plan, they've got a purpose, with matching luggage, a whole LinkedIn profile that actually makes sense, and you're over here trying to decide if cheese counts as dinner, staring into the fridge like it's going to give you direction. That actually reminds me, why do we think that success always looks polished? Like if your life's messy, somehow you're behind. I used to think that the goal was clarity, a life map, a checklist, a 5-year plan printed on nice paper. But what if life isn't a plan at all? What if it's more like weird, messy art? No sketch, no roadmap, just colors and guesses and a lot of cleanup. I've met people who seem like they've had it all figured out. And then a few years later, they're burnt out, lost, questioning everything. Clarity does not always come first. Sometimes it shows up after you've been brave. Isn't it funny, though, how bravery never feels like bravery when you're doing? It just feels like panic with a slightly better posture. You take a job, though, that you're not sure about. And then randomly you meet someone in the hallway and they change your life. Possibly forever. You move across the country thinking that you're starting over and find out you just brought yourself with you. But now you actually face it. The next step isn't always dramatic. It's not always new chapter. Energy, Sometimes it's brushing your teeth, getting out of bed, making a single piece of toast, returning one email, and then closing the laptop again. And yeah, I know that sounds small, but have you ever tried making toast when your soul's tired? It's heroic. You don't need a breakthrough. You just need some motion. Tiny, weird motion. We put so much pressure on ourselves to be clear, to be ready, to know things. But half the time, clarity only comes after the risk. After the try. After the ugly middle. You know what no one ever posts about? The middle. The awkward part between this might work and I have no idea what I'm doing. They say growth is beautiful, but in real life, growth is crying in your car. It's doubting yourself mid-sentence. It's staying in on Friday night because your soul is so tired. Not knowing what comes next isn't failure. It's not broken, and it's not weak. It's human. Actually, I think the most human thing we do is doubt ourselves and still keep on going. You're not supposed to have every answer. You're supposed to keep showing up. That's it. That's the whole gig sometimes. Show up, take a breath, do the next thing, even if the next thing is weird. It makes no sense. It might lead nowhere. You know what I've learned? The weird steps matter. The tiny ones. The why am I even doing this ones. Even if they don't lead to some big moments, they still get you unstuck. They still remind your soul, you're alive. You're trying. You're still in it. Sometimes trying doesn't look like fireworks. It looks like brushing your hair and answering one text. If you're in a fog right now, if everything feels uncertain, if life feels like static on an old TV, I see you. You're not failing. You're transitioning. Transitions always feel weird. They're always blurry. Always more important than they look. You're not behind. You're just becoming. Let that land. You're not behind. You're just becoming. And if today the only thing you did was take one strange little step forward, good. That counts. That's brave. That's enough to get you started. So no, you don't have to know what comes next. All you need is a little courage, or a little curiosity, or even just enough energy to brush your teeth and then maybe eat that toast. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to stay in motion, even if that motion looks like a nap. And hey, resting is not quitting. It's just recharging in disguise. I'm walking through that space too, you know. The in-between, the blurry part, and I'm trying to take the next weird step, one at a time. If this resonated with you, if you needed to hear it today, leave a comment. Or don't. Maybe you just save this for later, for when your brain forgets what's true. I'll still be here, still talking, still stepping, still figuring it out. With you. One strange little step at a time. And that's the thing. All it takes is steps. You don't have to have it figured out. You don't have to know what comes next. You simply have to start taking these steps. Steps towards what you want to become. Or if you're facing like how you're going to pay your mortgage bill because you got laid off. I think that would fall in the same, thought process as anything else. Just make a step towards making it happen. If you're out of work because your boss laid you off for whatever reason, get your ass out there, knock on some businesses and see who's hiring. Start doing your own thing. Start focusing on what you can do to land that next job so you can make sure that mortgage or that rent or that car payment or insurance or your vaping habit gets paid for. It's not about what happens next. It's about what happens right now. So what you do in that situation, like I said, you just get out there and you find yourself a job, even if it's a job at McDonald's paying below minimum wage. At least you'll have a job, at least you'll be putting in hours, and be grateful that you're able to make an income until something better comes along. And yeah, you might get a little behind on your bills, but that's the point of putting money back as you go along. So when situations like that do occur, you have a little bit of breathing room, knowing that you don't have to hit the businesses and try to apply for 100 different jobs right away. You can simply sit back and take a breath and think about what you need to do. But if you don't have that nest egg, that little bit of money on the side, I've been there too. I know what that's like. I know what it's like to be able to not be able to put gas in your car. And in the car I'm talking about is I don't even have payments on it at the time. All right, and I don't have insurance on it at the time. And I'm still just trying to figure out how I'm gonna put gas in it. So I understand not knowing what's next. And if you guys can resonate with that a little bit more, do me a favor, hit that like button and drop a comment down below, letting me know what you guys are facing right now. And if I can help you guys out, I will. I want to be able to do that for you guys. And even if you just want to, drop it down below, let me know just simply what you guys thought of the episode. If you guys got anything out of it, something useful, I really appreciate that. But I think that the uncertainty, not knowing what comes next, is something that we have to put, give away. We give that the concern of that away. We don't hang on to that burden. We don't need to know what comes next. Because the job that you applied for and that you got, you might end up meeting somebody in the hallway, like I said, that'll change your life, potentially forever. And we don't need to control that ourselves. We can't control it. And that's the bigger picture. It's not for us to control. It's not for us to concern ourselves with. And I know we live in a society that it's click, 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 click. It's go, 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 go. I get that. And if you're not going, then you get left behind. Yeah, that sucks. But that's why you got to keep going. That's why you got to get up. If you lose your job or if you lost your significant other in one way or another, you do your mourning if that's the case. Then you move on. You have to move on. You can't not do it. The uncertainty is going to be there regardless. So just let that shit go. Let the universe, let God, let whatever you want to give it to, whoever you want to give it to, however you want to look at that. It's almighty, all the way around. It's almighty up there, and it controls everything. So to me, it's all pretty much the same. But yeah, give it away. And I mean, if you want to give it to your uncle or your niece, let them worry about it. Just give it to them. Don't say anything. Just like, that's yours now. And they won't worry about it either, because you don't need to. Uncertainty is part of human nature. And it's part of life is what I mean. And it's just you don't need to be worrying about it. You need to enjoy your life, even if you're having a hard time with life. If things are bumpy right now, it's okay. It's okay to not know what comes next. I don't know what comes next. I potentially know what tomorrow's gonna, what I'm gonna be doing tomorrow, but that's always, it's subject to change. It's just the way it is. And I have to be okay with that, because if I can't get over to where I want to go to do what I want to do tomorrow because of this or that or the other reason, then I simply say, okay, well, I'm not supposed to do that today. I'm supposed to do something else. So then I got to think about what else am I supposed to, or could I be doing? A lot of times I fall back on DoorDash in the evening time. It's like 3:30, 4:30, 5 o'clock, when I know it's not particularly busy, but because I'm trying this and that and it doesn't seem like I'm able to make any headway with it, then I just close up shop and I hit DoorDash. At least I know that when I'm DoorDashing and I'm taking orders, I'm making money, and when I'm not taking orders, I can work on my phone. I can do different things on my phone. That also helps me improve myself, improve my grind, improve my craft, improve my communication, and improve my scripting for my videos, for everything. I know I can do that on the downtime. And if you don't have stuff like that going on in your life, and you have, your 9-to-5 job, and you have your family at home waiting for you in the evening time, then I commend you for that. And I understand that that doesn't give you a lot of time to process everything, right? But you have to. You have to take the time and process everything too. I mean, not being concerned with what happens next. Just looking at how your day was, or how your night was, or how you interact with the person you just got done talking to versus the person you just got done talking to this morning, and the differences in that. You guys can think about all that and improve upon that as you go. and focus on yourself and your self growth, and the rest of it will fall into place. That's the way that works. And if you don't believe me, do your own research. Go look up other YouTube channels that talk about similar things. Go look up histories, the research history. You'll find that most of the time that when we try to force things to happen because we want it to happen, it ends up bad. The outcome is not favorable. That's why you let it go and forget about the uncertainty. I mean, it can be there. You can think about it. I mean, you're gonna want to, right? You're gonna want to think, well, what is next? That's the question you ask the universe. What's next? You don't have to know it. Just gotta wait for it. The answer will come. Alright guys, this has been your boy, Ambitious Cam. This is Cam Survives. I appreciate you guys sticking to the end of the video. It means a lot to me, and I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. Do me a favor, tell a friend about the video, tell a friend about the channel. Spread the word. I'm trying to build a community here of similar, like-minded people. But you know what the thing is I have a very short amount of time throughout the week to put a video together for this channel. Because I'm busy doing other things. And I'm not just being busy to be busy, I'm focusing on stuff. And eventually when I have more time to make more videos, I want to branch into more of my personal stuff. I want to talk about how I take care of my daily living and the things I do in and out of the week, throughout the week, and other things. So stick around, let me know you guys want that, but keep watching the videos. I appreciate you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.